Are we live? Are we live?
Second to show up on YouTube. Make sure we're not talking to ourselves.
And looks like we are live.
All right. Hi, everyone. I hope
Hello.
you guys are having a happy Thursday. It's Thursday already. That's crazy. It's just, I don't know, this week is just flown by, probably because we're so busy. We've got a lot of stuff going on. One thing that I want to talk about, usually I talk about things in terms of the order that they are in the subject line, but I'm actually gonna reverse it a little bit. I want to tell you guys about a new ad exchange site that I just opened up, and you'll definitely want to get into this pretty quickly because I have a special promo code just for YouTube, and there's only like 100 of those codes total, and people have already started using them. And what you'll get is you'll get a free upgrade. You also get like 5 free solo ads and banner ads and credits and things like that as well. None of this is going to cost you anything. It's a free, free service for you guys if you want to join it. So just, it's under the ad exchange site in the link, and just click the link, sign up. And then when you log in, put in the code YouTube, all one word, all lowercase, and then your upgrade and everything will be automatically added for you. You don't have to enter any code to get the free solo ads. Those happen as soon as you verify your account. But if you want the free upgrade, then I definitely suggest that you sign up and you put in that code right now, because there are a very limited number of those codes. And there's also another code because we're having a little bit of a referral contest. For the next 500 people that join, there's another separate code. Now, you don't need to use both codes, and it would kind of not really benefit you to use both of them. So I would just use the YouTube one. If you guys are joining from here, and the YouTube one is a little bit better, so I would use that one. They're both good. They're both good. They're both good for upgrades. And the upgrades come with 2 free ads, solo ads every month, as long as you're active. And by active, that just means that you've logged into your account once within 30 days. So that's pretty easy. If you guys want free advertising, I don't see why you wouldn't want free advertising. I definitely recommend that you check that out, and it would be great to help the site grow, because the more people that are on it, the more people join it. It's one of those things where, it's slow at first, but once you get going, it really starts building from there. Donald, would you like to say anything until before we go on to the next subject? Hi, Cindy.
No, that is your bag. That is your little corner of the internet right now. I think you did a pretty good job. Yeah. What was it? Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. You said there was 2 promo codes. I only see one on the YouTube. Is the other one what I think it is? The one you gave me earlier?
No, there's one on the homepage. If you click the link, it's on the homepage. So, but you don't have to worry about it, because you already have better
right
promo codes on that one. Anyway, it's just for like the general, because I'm giving away the free JV upgrade to the next 500 people.
Okay. All right.
It's the code for that. And for you guys that want to participate in the referral contest, feel free to share that code. And it's also in the home, and when you log in, it's in your dashboard, so you'll be able to see it in case you miss it on the front page or whatever. I would use that one to promote, because like I said, the YouTube code only has 100 people total can use it, and already people have started to use it. So there's less than 100 of those that are even available anymore. And once those are gone, they're gone, because they're just a special promotion for my YouTube followers. So.
Okay, that makes sense now. All right, I see it. We're good.
And I would suggest that anybody that's signing up to wait to send your solo ads until we have more members. I mean, obviously it's your choice. You can you can do them now if you want to, but I would wait personally until we hit that 500 mark. That's just a little tip for you. Obviously, you can add your banners and stuff now, and that's fine. But the more people we have that are signed up, the more people are going to see the ads when they come out. So that's just another little quick tip for you guys. Hi, Cindy. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well, and it's not too hot down there, is it? Cindy's in Florida, so I can imagine that it's probably a little bit unpleasant this time of year with the humidity. Hopefully she's not dying of heat exhaustion.
Well,
I know you're pretty.
I was dying of heat exhaustion earlier this week. Luckily, I mean, I guess depending on your point of view, the other day we did have some severe thunderstorms roll in and knock down trees and power lines, but it's been a tad bit cooler though and a bit more easier to survive out there.
That's good. Yeah, summer's good, but sometimes it can just be, it's just brutal. Although I'm lucky with, in my house, the air conditioning works so well. I usually have to wear a sweater or a light jacket because I'm freezing all the time. But yeah, it's raining and storming in Florida right now. So hopefully you guys don't get too bad storms like hurricanes or something scary like that. That would be bad. Donald, do you want to talk about the unique advertising for a little bit?
I was going to let you do it, but if you want to turn it over to me, I guess I can do that. Let me go ahead and log in so I know exactly what I'm talking about.
That would be helpful.
It would be. But yes, we are now. Also, we found this other little gem in the world. I believe Justine already has the link down below for unique advertising for sure. Let me go ahead and log in so I know what I'm talking about. Basically, you go ahead and you purchase positions, which will give you text ads and banner ads. They also have a whole variety of unique advertising products. So if you're into something big and need logo design or business card design, flyer or poster design, brochure design, label design, t-shirt design, and banner design, they have all that also in the back page. You can look on the back office and see. They also have a basic web package, deluxe web package, superior web package, a shopping cart system, and they make motion videos as well. But of course, the big thing we want to concentrate on are the banner ads and text ads because you get those just for signing up. And of course, once you refer a few people and upgrade, you will get more. I don't want to go too deep into the compensation plan. You can always log into your back office and check it out. Plus, we are under the suspicion that they might be changing it here come July 4th, so we won't go too deep into it. But essentially, it's a simple cycler, 5 levels deep, 3 levels wide, so it's a 3x5 matrix. Most importantly, though, for us, or at least those who know how to recruit, is a sponsor forced matrix, not a company forced matrix. Just so you know the difference, if it's a sponsor forced matrix and you sponsor somebody, they will land directly in your downline. A company forced, yeah, they will tag it that it is your referral, but it goes to the next available spot in the company. And those have a tendency to stall more than usual because, well, once everybody sees they're working to sponsor people, but no one's cycling as much because you have to wait on the company level, things have a tendency to slow down. So that's why we like this particular one. I'm not going to show you what you can earn when you hit the 5th level because it'll blow your mind like it blew mine away. I'll just let you log in and look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're working on. They're going to be doing some site updates. They're going to be taking the website down between like the July 4th and 5th, which is a holiday in the States anyway. So, it's for most people, it's not really a working day. At least most people here. Obviously, different countries have their different holidays, and they're also considering doing a slight change to the compensation plan. Now, it won't. The proposed changes won't affect the 1st and the 5th level, which is really the most important in terms of long term. But they're looking to make it a little bit easier for people to earn a little bit more quickly. Is essentially their goal. Now, obviously, they haven't made this official announcement, and they're still kind of working on things, and they may or may not change things. So we're not going to get too much into it, but the basics aren't going to change. The basic, it's $1.65 to purchase your advertising, And when you purchase your advertising, you get a positioning. I'm actually going to show you guys the very simple strategy that we have. I'm going to do a little online whiteboard presentation. Just please keep in mind that my handwriting is terrible. So if you see a bunch of chicken scratch, it's just there's really no, and I'm using a trackpad. So this will be interesting. Feel free to laugh at me. It looks like a 5-year-old's going to be writing this, but I want to just show you guys really quickly the very basic, very basic strategy that we have, which is a one-time $7 out of your pocket. It's actually technically a little bit less than $7. It's like $6.60 or something like that. But $7 is a lot easier to say than that. I'm going to show you just really quickly. This is the team strategy as well. And once you join, even if you join as a free member, you can have access to the team training and information that shows you exactly how to do this. But basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sign up for your first account. We're going to call this one your primary account. So I'm just going to put a little P. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Okay, and this is going to be your main account. However, once you sign up for this account, you're going to want to sign up 3 other sub accounts under yourself. I'm trying to make this legible for you guys. Now that see, that looks like an old man with a big nose, and that's supposed to be a 3 in case you can't figure out what that is. So you're going to want to sign up for 3 accounts under your main account. So there's a total of 4. Now what this will do is this will actually put you into level 2 immediately, because you're going to be spending $165 each, which is how I got to the $7 figure. And this is one time. This is not a recurring. Payment. There's no monthly subscription or anything. This is just one time. And what that does is that sets you up. Not only does that get you into the second level immediately, is it sets you up that you're going to receive spillover. So you're never going to actually, you can if you want to, but I don't suggest it. You're not going to actually be promoting these accounts. You're going to just kind of set them up and forget them. You're going to be promoting this main account. Now, let's say you go out and you promote 3 people. They're going to fall right under this account, which is your account. This is one of your sub accounts. This is your second account. What that's going to do is that's going to move that account to level 2, which is going to put another person in level 2 in your level 2, because it's a follow your sponsor type of thing. And then it's, the basic strategy is just to do this and to teach your team to do this. It's a one-time $7 cost. That's all you have to pay to do this. It's really easy. And if you don't have the money, one of the easiest ways to come up with that is to use a site like Prize Rebel, or if you're into the phones, View Rewards, things like that, where you can make, you can easily make a couple of dollars a day by basically doing nothing, letting videos autoplay, and then you can earn those funds. Now they're going to be changing. Right now they accept PayPal, but once they do the changes to the website, they're no longer going to accept PayPal. I'm going to assume that they're still going to accept credit cards, because they accept credit cards through different vendors. They accept credit cards through Solid Trust Pay, and they accept them through PayPal. So I'm going to go under the assumption that they're still going to accept credit cards, probably through Solid Trust Pay. Now, you don't have to have a Solid Trust Pay account to do that. I actually have a debit card that is connected to my PayPal, so that's really not going to affect me at all. I'll just use the debit card version if I decide I want to make any more purchases. But these are changes that are coming. Maybe we still don't have all of the final word, and I think they're still working on these details, and we'll know more once they make some more announcements and once the changes actually come up on the site. But the basics aren't going to change, and the basic strategy isn't going to change, and you can have as many accounts as you want. You're not penalized. You can actually use the same email address to sign up for the accounts. All you need to do is put a period in the handle, so the username of the email address. So say your email address is john@mail.com or whatever. You can do, your first one, you can sign up at john@mail.com. The second one, you could do J.OHN@mail.com. You can put the period anywhere you want, because mail servers don't recognize those periods. So you can put them in there, and it kind of tricks the system into thinking that it's a different email address when it's just going to your primary email address. Now, if that doesn't make any sense to you, don't worry about it. You can use, you can just sign up for a couple of different email addresses. And if you have a mail.com account, or, you can actually sign up for different aliases under that one account, or, you can always sign up for a couple of extra Gmail accounts or whatever, whatever works for you. I'm not trying to make this more complicated. I'm just giving you, that option. So that's the basics of it. We're not going to get too much into detail. Like we said, some things might change, and they may change the way that they present things. So we're not going to get into too much, but the basic strategy is going to remain the same, because they're not going to change too much in terms of the actual structure of how things work. I do recommend that if you want to purchase more than one position, that you do it under a separate account. You can have as many accounts as you want, because it is a follow your sponsor type thing. So, if you buy a couple of positions under one account, it's not necessarily going to go underneath you. It's going to go into your sponsor. I think Donald, didn't you do that the other day or something like that? You're the one that kind of figured that one out.
Yeah, I figured that one out. I went out and I bought the primary, and then I went ahead and got the 3 underneath me, which I think we both were signing up at the same time. So I think I actually got one of you underneath me. But then I also went in and opened up another account, and I was in my primary account at the time, and that one, it didn't land underneath me. It probably landed somewhere underneath you if it went through correctly. I know one of the things they are doing as far as this upgrade is trying to make it go in real time. So if you go in today and you pay your $1.65 and you don't immediately see yourself in there, don't worry. It takes a little time for the system to catch up, I've noticed.
Yeah, well, they're manually entering, at least if you're doing PayPal, they're manually entering it. So that's what happened with us. Like we were doing things at like the same time, and they just happened to enter your entry, a second before mine was entered.
Right.
Not a big deal. Doesn't matter really long term. And there were, that's one of the changes, is that they're going to work to make that automatic so that you don't have to wait. But right now you might have to wait. And I would say that if you're purchasing, anything beyond, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time, you might be waiting. You could potentially even be waiting overnight. Now, I don't know if they're really taking that long, but that's a potential. It's a business. They have business hours. Just try to keep that in mind. But they very quickly, like this morning, I actually made a purchase for a friend of mine, and it went through basically immediately. So they were right on top of it. Like they're right there. And just make sure that you put in the username in the notes in the transaction. I'm talking about people that are using the PayPal method. I don't know about the Solid Trust Pay credit card method, because I haven't done that one. But just make sure you put in the notes what username that you're paying for. If you're paying for multiple usernames, just put multiple usernames in there, and they'll take care of it for you. And if you forget to do that, not a big deal. Just send your transaction ID to customer service and just let them know what username you want it to go under. So don't worry about it if you forget. It's not a big deal. They'll take care of it for you. Just try to be a little bit patient with them, because they are manually doing all of these things. And that's one of the reasons why they want to do these upgrades, so that, the system will essentially do these things automatically, so that they don't have to be glued to their desks approving payments all day long. I can imagine that would make me crazy if I had to do that. So, cheers to them for for being able to do that all day long, because that's kind of crazy. But customer service is, they do answer your questions. I asked them a question, and they did get right back, and they are looking for member feedback. So if you have a suggestion that you think may be a good thing, feel free to send that along to them, because they are responsive, and there's real people behind them. They even have a phone number, guys. So yeah, how many online businesses have a phone number these days? Not too many.
Exactly. Not too many at all.
And they show their actual legitimate address as well. Like, yeah, crazy. It's amazing what happens when, like, there's a legitimate business behind it. So that's basically all we're going to say right now. Obviously, we're going to be putting out more material once these changes come about, and probably make some updates on videos and things like that, because I'm sure the graphics will probably change, and maybe even part of the user interface is going to, obviously some parts of the user interface is going to change, because they're going to be doing automatic automatic purchases. And thank you, Cindy, for using WoW app and earning me money while I'm doing this hangout. That's very nice of you. I'm assuming it's Cindy, actually. It could not be Cindy, but it is probably Cindy because she likes to do that. I just received a notification that I got a little instant payment from that. So thank you. Appreciate it. What would you like to add, Donald?
I'm guessing, yeah, it could have been Cindy. I also have my WoW app open. I'm not using it right now, but I do have it open. The only thing I want to add is, like, after the 4th of July, when they finally got everything up and running the way it's supposed to, hopefully, whenever you have an extra spare $1.65, and you have you have another email account somewhere you're not using, go ahead and just continue buying positions and get the advertisement, because you are allowed to have multiple accounts. A long time ago, there was a program I was involved in that was very similar, and you were allowed to have multiple accounts. And at that point, I hadn't figured out that whole referring thing, but I was getting referrals. And every time I had the spare, I think that one was $2 at the time. Oh, I have a spare $2 just sitting here in my PayPal or whatever account it was I was using for that. I would go ahead, buy a position, get the advertising. So not only was I getting the advertising for that, but because I was stacking my accounts in such a way, when I did get a referral, it came in, I got a good chunk of commission. Whether it was, I think that one, they gave you a little bit of money, plus they gave you additional advertising credits. So when you have, you under you, under you, under you, under you, under a referral, under you, under another referral, and then you get another referral, I wound up stacking those commissions. Normal companies say, no, you can't have multiple accounts. You can't stack accounts like that. Well, now you can. It's legitimate. They let you, and you can literally stack your commissions as well. And that's not even taking into account the repositions and the recycled positions they give you when they start stacking on top of themselves. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, and that also opens up some other. I have a strategy, that presentation that I'm working on right now. Obviously, like we said earlier, we're just going to wait until after the 5th, until after all those changes have been made. But you can actually use the ability to create multiple accounts to help you earn faster, because you can put your accounts under certain people that maybe just need one more person to cycle or something like that. And $1.65 for the advertising, that's basically standard market rate for what you're getting for that. It's not a lot of money, and you're getting some decent advertising credits for it. So, even if you're not interested in the, in the compensation part of it, just extra advertising is great. And, for less than $2, that's pretty, can't really beat that.
Plus, if you have someone that you want to help out, there is a PIF function involved as well.
Yes, I think they're probably going to work on automating that too, because right now that's not automated. I don't, at least, nothing that I've used so far has been automated. But yes, there is a pay it forward option as well in your back office. I'm personally not really focusing too much on that. There's going to be a select few people that I'll offer that to, people like Cindy.
Cindy, I think
subtle hint there. But in general, because it's such a low cost of entry and you can earn it for free in like a day, or a couple days or whatever, depending on where you want to get in at. I just don't think that necessarily it's not a major strategy I'll do. But however, I will definitely use it if it's gonna help me. Sometimes doing that, sometimes paying for somebody is going to help you. So in that case, then that's something that I would do. But it's an option. So some people are using it for strategy. Cindy asked about what is up with CTFO. That's a tricky, that's a tricky conversation.
I will just jump in and say, CTF, we're still doing the team build, Cindy. So that, if you're worried about that, that's still going on. You don't have to worry about that. If you want to know what's going on directly, contact Justine. Justine will fill you in on her side of it. But as
Yeah,
far as,
and it's nothing against the company. There's a little bit of a gray area in certain instances of certain products. I'm just going to put it that way. But
Justine,
it's
I'll just put it this way: Justine has a unique situation that she has to take into consideration that for the most of us we don't have to worry about. So don't worry about. Yeah. So just yeah, there's nothing wrong with CTFO. We're still promoting it. Matter of fact, you can go right on over to unique advertising for sure and put your banner ads and text ads for CTFO. I'm assuming there'd be no problem putting it up on your advertising website.
Yeah, it's allowed.
Yeah. So, I mean, just keep on keeping on. Just nothing you have to worry about specifically, Cindy. It's nothing bad about the company or anything like that. But if you want to know the real scoop, what's going on as far as Justine, like I said, she has a unique situation that she has to take care of first. And that's why you may not be hearing a whole lot of CTFO from her. But I'm still promoting it. Matter of fact, tonight is my payday, both from my check from Uncle Sam for being a disabled vet and my paycheck. And as soon as that hits my bank here in about 2 hours, I'm logging in and ordering my products for the month. So
yay, a double payday. That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel rich for some reason when both hit at the same time. I just feel like super rich. That's also a good time for me to set aside some extra cash and be like, oh, I can afford to take some money out of my pocket and do some extra promoting this month. So, matter of fact, after we get off this hangout, I think I sat down and wrote down the gist of what I was going to do, but I might have to tweak it a little bit, taking into account the fact that unique advertising for sure is going to be temporarily shut down those 2 days. I might have to postpone my big marketing plan for that one until after the fact. But other than that, everything's still going on.
Yeah, okay, and I'm going to start doing some big marketing with that as well. Obviously not for those 2 days because they're not going to be online. So that's not. But one of the things that I do want to say quickly about unique advertising is that it doesn't matter if your referrals come in from yourself or from spillover; they count the same. So that's just, I'm not promising spillover or anything like that, and I absolutely don't think that anybody should ever rely on it. Just keep that in mind. That's a thing, and especially, you have 2 people on the team that are going to be doing some pretty heavy advertising, in the next couple of weeks. Just saying, you may want to consider joining, and maybe even being a part of it.
Or you can actually do some cross advertising. You can go to unique advertising for sure and promote Justine's advertising platform. Go to Justine's advertising platform, advertise unique advertising for sure, kind of cross promote. And when you finally, when you get some referrals or buy more positions or whatever the case may be, you can throw in the links to CTFO and Prize Rebel and all the other good stuff. I mean, I'm going to sit down and probably see if I can make out a plan. Here was a general gist that me and Justine were talking about yesterday. Obviously, with the changes with unique advertising for sure, I'm obviously going to have to change this, but they were both using PayPal at the time. And I'm making a withdrawal out of Prize Rebel like every 2 or 3 days. Well, there's $5 right there for advertising. I was going to come over to unique advertising for sure, buy more positions, and use that to promote Prize Rebel and rinse and repeat and keep the little circle going. And then since it's going to my webpage, which has a couple of banners on there that give me credits and points and whatnot on other websites, that was going to fuel those websites as well. So I'd have like a little advertising machine going on. All right, back to you, Justine.
Yeah, and like I said, the PayPal thing isn't really going to affect me because I have a PayPal debit card, and you can always withdraw your PayPal money to your bank accounts in most countries.
All right, well, Cindy asked the question, how did I get all those referrals? You already know the answer to that, Cindy. I drive traffic, I personalize my advertising, and if they ask questions, I'll answer them and build that relationship. Prize Rebel, most of my Prize Rebel has either come from PTC clicks or the fact that on my webpage I have that little banner up there for adverts. Adverts, every time you show that banner, you get an impression as well. I found a really cheap website. And I'll probably go put that link in my video, and I'll probably tell Justine, give her a chance to link it in her video. But I found a really cheap website that for $5 worth of Bitcoin gets me roughly 300,000 views in a day. Now, I know that for the most part, that traffic that I'm buying for that $5 is complete trash. I'm not going to get a referral out of that. It's not converting very well. I might get 1 or 2 out of there. But I get 300,000 impressions on my adverts. And when I look at the, what do you call it? The CTR, the click ratio, I'm actually getting, 50 to 100 actual live, non-incentivized clicks. I don't know if you understand what I mean by non-incentivized, but I'll go over that in a minute. But I get all those non-incentivized clicks, and those clicks are way better than incentivized clicks. When I say incentivized clicks, I'm referring to things like a traffic exchange and all those other places where the only, or like some certain solo ad places where the only reason the people are clicking on your ad is because they're trying to get their points and their credits and their whatever to promote whatever it is they're promoting. They really don't care what they're looking at. They're just going to let the 30 seconds fly by as they go on the traffic exchange, get their credits, and move on. Well, with non-incentivized, this banner is sitting there. They have no incentive to click on it whatsoever. But the ad that I put up there, whatever, has caught their eye. They go, what's this? They're actually genuinely interested in that ad. So they clicked on it. And because they were actually genuinely interested in that ad, they are more inclined to sign up and do something. I hope that makes sense. But if you have any more questions, Cindy, we're friends on Facebook. You can always send me a message and I'll try to explain it better for you over there. Or you can post a question down here or on my video or wherever. But the easiest way to get a hold of me is on Facebook anyway. So, all right, back to you, Justine.
Yeah, with AdsFort is actually it's unique in a couple of different ways. They have the typical JavaScript code, which if you have a website or a blog that allows you to add JavaScript, then you can use that, or you can use any link that you want, and essentially it cloaks it, and then it will put an ad wherever you decide to place it. They give you different, you can do a sidebar, you can do, a couple of different types of ads, and you get the impressions for promoting. So you can actually get impressions while you're promoting your primary business. If you guys look at usually I have a blogger page up here. It's not on here, but most of the blogger pages that you guys have seen, I have several of these different types of, you earn impressions and advertising at different sites. Right now I'm running, One Profit Ring, the Text Ad Exchange, and AdsWorks. Sometimes I'm also running Adsly. And instead of getting paid for the traffic and the clicks, you just get impressions for people interacting with your site. So if you're somebody that wants to have a lot of advertising, I definitely recommend it. And AdsWorks is great because once it's set up, you can set it up to automatically add credits. So you don't have to, you're just you'll get the credits as you earn them, you'll get the impressions, and it will automatically be set up for you. So you don't have to really log into the account, except if you want to check your stats or to add different ads and things like that. I really like that service. It's free. You know, a lot of these ad exchanges, they're free, and you know, you can essentially turn, you know, I don't want to say, well, yeah, some junk traffic into real traffic, because like what Donald said is, you know, the people that are clicking on those ads that are there, they're not clicking on it for points. They're clicking on it because, just like you would browse the internet and you see an ad that you like, you'll click on it because you're genuinely interested. And so you're gonna get, in general, better conversion rates than incentivized traffic. But there are some incentivized traffic methods that are great as well. You just have to be marketing the right thing in the right niche, so to speak. So that, you know, that's a good little tip for you. If you have a Blogger account, you can add JavaScript in your back office. You know, you can't just cut and paste it. It's a little different than just HTML, but it's really easy. You know, it's not super difficult. You can just Google how to do that, and or I can show you sometime. I can show you guys sometime on one of these Hangouts. I think I did a video on it once, but I lost the video file, so I'd have to do that again. But it's really easy, and you know, Blogger accounts are free. Or if you have your own website where you have access to that, the ability to add that type of code, definitely recommend it. Or if you don't, you know, if you just want to use ads for and just use any link, you can use any link, put the link in there, and then get your credits.
Exactly.
So,
all right. Well, okay, Cindy, if you know how to do the JavaScript, that's fine. And if you don't, go into advert. Matter of fact, hold on a second. Let me turn on screen share real quick. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. All right. Everybody see my adverts account? You see my adverts? Okay. Let me show you something. You go up here to, not submit ad. You want
earn ads.
Earn ads. If you have a website, you click here. They'll give you put in your URL, you put in your channel, you put in how you want it to appear. They'll hit continue. They will give you a code, and you put that on your website. But if you do not have a website, and let's just say, for example, you're advertising Prize Rebel. All right, so here's my Prize Rebel link. I'll make sure I have it copied and ready. I can come over here to floating website code, put in my URL, put in the category, which usually I use online business. And then for me, I always put mine bottom centered. I use that little box. I'll hit continue. And then now it gives me this website. This is the website now that you want to promote instead of your normal Prize Rebel account. Because what will happen is, there's your Prize Rebel page, but it's got the ad right there. And that right there just earned me an impression. Obviously, one impression don't mean nothing. But if I go to my little website that for $5 in Bitcoin gives me 300,000, and you can see from my stats here, do the math, 300,000, 0.03%, 0.05%. See, there's my page for the faucets. There's the team build for CTFO. And here's something unique you can do with adverts you can't do with most other companies. You can actually advertise adverts on adverts. You know, you normally don't want to advertise BTC Clicks on BTC Clicks because everyone in BTC Clicks is a member. This is going out not just to people who have adverts. This is going out to everyone that they have, that, you know, they're promoting their traffic to. So you see, I can do the math and realize that for $5, getting these non-incentivized clicks is way cheaper than if I went somewhere else and spent the $5 to buy traffic. I hope that makes sense. That's another Bitcoin thing I'm in. And then here's unique advertising. And I'll just sit there and go, okay, I got 2,000 credits right now. I want to promote the team build. I got how many credits? 2,482. I'll just put 2,400 and save the changes. And now those 2,400 credits are going through. And as you watch, those credits move fast. There's a lot of traffic on this site usually. course, now it's going to call me a liar. Oh, wait, no wonder. I have it paused. Let me unpause it. 2,400 drops to 2,378. Already in what? Less than 20 seconds, I got 24 impressions. That's how fast traffic moves. So I usually build up my credits and then decide, oh, I need to hit the team build. So I'll put some of those credits towards the team build. Oh, I want to promote my faucets today. So I'll throw that money to my faucets. That's how easy it is to do that. Simple, easy, quick, no problem. All right, back to you, Justine. I'm going to stop sharing now.
Yeah, that was a good little demo. Yeah, Cindy, if you have a Blogger account and you want to set up other ads, like with, I know that you're in a lot of the one profit ring, you're probably in a lot of other sites. If you want to set that up, I can help you out with that. And I can do a demonstration on it next Hangout, on how exactly you can add the JavaScript code, because you can't put it into it sounds like, well, duh. You can't put it in the HTML. If you go into the HTML mode in Blogger, it won't work because it's not HTML. But you can go under your Blogger account, under layout, and I can show you exactly where you can put those codes. I can show everybody that. I'm not feeling it today. So so I'm not going to do it today because I'm pretty exhausted, but that'll be something to go over next week. And this, it can work in sites like some WordPress sites. If you have WordPress hosted on your own server, you can do something similar to this. I don't think that it works when you have WordPress hosted on WordPress's site. But I can just go over the quick way to do the Blogger thing, because I would recommend that because you can earn multiple credits at multiple sites at the same time with one web page. All of the team build pages that I have for Blogger, they all have advertising on them. Because that's, advertising is a good thing.
All right.
So I think we're good. I don't know if you guys have if there's any questions or anything else you want to talk about, Donald.
I think we pretty much covered it. What we want to cover. We'll give it a few minutes here, see if Cindy or anybody else has any other questions. Other than that, we're going to start wrapping it up and sending it home.
Yeah, and the Hangout will probably be after the changes with unique advertising. So if Donald, if you're not available on Friday, we'll do it the following week. And it's 4th of July week, so a lot of people in the States are on vacation. So we don't expect you guys to be hanging out with us during that. So there probably won't be a Hangout next week, but there'll be one as soon after as we can schedule that, and then we'll have the updates for you and can go over all of the other stuff as well. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments like usual. And I highly recommend, if you're not in WoW app, but you get into that and you get involved in that. I know Cindy loves it. I like it. It's for me, it's pretty passive. I use the apps. I actually use the app for what its purpose is, for like a messenger, and I find it functions better than Skype. It doesn't crash as much, and I actually get my notifications. And if anybody is running Skype on Windows, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you can have the Skype window open and it won't give you notifications. You have to exit out of it. It'll crash. And I'm finding that this app doesn't do that. At least it doesn't do that on my computer. So I like it. I actually like it better than Skype, and I'm probably going to transition from Skype to it. So I recommend that you check that out as well. And it's free. It won't cost you anything, and you can actually earn a little bit by using it and staying in touch with people. So anyway, I think we're good.
I think we're good. Thank you
guys for tuning in.
Thank you, Cindy, for showing up. Thank you for interacting with us.
And we will see you guys after the 4th of July holiday. And if you're connected on either of those, WoW app or Skype, I'll try to give you guys like a little bit of advance notice for the Hangouts. But sometimes we don't even really know when we're doing what we're doing, because schedules and things like that. But we will see you as soon after the 4th of July as we possibly can. So thank you very much, guys, and we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.